Hey, we back at it again. It's your boy Ray's podcast, live from the ninth floor of beautiful Hello Studios in the most beautiful downtown Dallas. Thank you for rocking with your boy one more time again. Got a great, amazing episode planned out for you. We got a big mover and shaker in the building, so yeah, it's about to be dope in the building today. Man, I hope everyone's having a great week so far. If your week is just starting, well, let's have a great week. Hope you crush all your goals. If you got a goal, pick that goal, crush it, destroy it, do what you need to do. Make sure you stay on track. And if you're having a hard time right now, this is the part of the show where I like to pour back into people and just uplift people. All right, so get your swag on, rub your hands together like Birdman if you need to, point to yourself in the mirror. But just in case no one told you today, just know that you're beautiful, you're loved, you're needed, you're alive for a reason. Hey, you're stronger than you think. You're going to get through this. See, here on my show, Ray's podcast, we're glad you're alive and don't give up. So when you have those positive words in your mind, you hear those all the time. When hard situations come, I promise it'll make those situations go by easier because you remember, like, hey, I am who I say I am. You can do what you say you can do. All right? Cool. Got that out the way. Let me tell you about today's guest. Better yet, let me show y'all about today's guest. Give me 1 second here. Today, we got the True Brvnd in the building. We got the founder of True Brvnd, the guy that's trend setting and changing the way here for different things here in the Dallas area. Please give a warm Ray's podcast welcome to my guy Sang in the building. What's up, buddy? How we doing?
What's up, my brother? Appreciate you having me out, man.
Appreciate you coming in, bro.
Yep.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. We see the brand growing, so for you to take your time out to come rock with us, we greatly appreciate that, bro.
No, anytime, man.
So how's your day going so far, bro?
Day's good, bro. Kick the day off. My old lady and my son, right? We'll grab a cup of coffee, get our breakfast in. But the day's good. Busy days every single day, man. Work late nights. Last night I was texting at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then at 5 in the morning, bro. Yeah.
That's when you're an entrepreneur, guys. You don't sleep.
Not at all.
We do not sleep, bro. It's like you make it 2-3 hours here and there, but it's all about your brand,
Yeah. 100%.
Pun intended,
100%.
All right, Sang, again, thank you for pulling up, bro. I'm so happy to get into your story, and about the company. But before we get into the company, let's talk about Sang for a little bit, bro. Tell me about who you are. I know you're a father, you're an entrepreneur. Tell me about that. What got you to you? Talk to me about you. Then we're gonna get into True Brvnd. All right.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me out today, man. Yeah, just like you said, right? Everyone's gonna remember this once I say this, but Sang like I sang a song. Everyone knows me by Sang Truong. Entrepreneur, husband, father, United States Marine, right? Been doing business for a long time, man. I have people who said, oh, he's new to the game. I'm not new to the game, bro. The brand's new, but I'm not new to it.
Man, so let's go get right into it, bro.
Yeah. Take
us on a journey to the beginning of True Brvnd.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I was saying a while ago, the brand it's always been an idea of mine for years. It wasn't until the end of 2019 I sold my other business, and then I had some time to sit there and just come up with ideas, right? And so I told my wife, and I was like, man, I'm gonna try this clothing thing one more time. I want to create a Dallas-based brand. So that's where the name came about. I wanted to create Dallas's True Brvnd, right? Mm-hmm. And then I couldn't just write the word True Brvnd out, so I flipped the A upside down and became a V. So you'll see brand is spelled out BRVND, right? And funny enough, our staple piece is the upside down Dallas. So we flipped the A upside down, the city's upside down at the same time, right? Now people always ask, like, how did Dallas come about? Why is it flipped upside down? During that time when we launched, it was during COVID, right? I was messing around with a lot of different topographies, messing around with a lot of different words, different graphics, things like that. And just always just kind of focus around the word Dallas itself. COVID kicks off. Weird time we're living in. You know this, right? It was kind of like this upside down world kind of thing. Flip it upside down. And I was like, oh, man, it looks pretty cool. Let me just try this out real fast. So what I did was I took the word Dallas, flipped it upside down, made the font with it, and then slapped it on the hat, slapped it on 30 hats, and then when I turned on the website on, put 30 hats out, sold out. I was like, huh, maybe I'm onto something. Yeah.
That's funny. The COVID times that caused a lot of people to be creative.
Yeah.
To branch out, you had so much free time on your hands.
Yeah.
Let me make the most of this free time.
100%.
So like, me personally, like honestly, I started my podcast like right before COVID.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Like a month before COVID, we had our first episode. So it was just like.
Well, it's the same thing for the brand, right? The brand actually came up before COVID truly kicked off, right? We heard about COVID in the beginning of January and in February, right? So the brand actually started then, but that didn't have the Upside Down Dallas mark yet. I just had True Brvnd written out and the brand created. That was it.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody's going to ask you this question, or if they haven't asked you this question, I'm going to ask it to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Why the name True Brvnd, and what does True Brvnd mean to you, bro?
Yeah, for sure, right? And I think I briefly covered that a while ago. The name True Brvnd itself is, I grew up here in Dallas, man. I went to elementary schools here. I went to middle schools here. Went to two different high schools. What we were missing as a city was a true brand, right? So that's what the name came about. I wanted to create Dallas's true brand. What does it mean to me? Man, staying true to yourself, bro. I think that's one of the things I take away from myself is I've always just kept true. If you know me, right? One of the things that people always say is like, this guy's always moving around. He moves around too fast, and he's always wearing a black T-shirt and some Air Maxes. That's me, bro. I've always been that person, right? I'm never gonna change who I am. So it's like one of those things where, stay true has always been a word for me, but then I also want to create Dallas's true brand at the same time.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
Dropping gems on y'all right now, okay? Okay,
Yeah.
so, with anything in life, sometimes you hit some hurdles.
Yeah.
Or, just things in general, you just got to overcome. It just happens in life.
Yeah.
Talk to me about some of the things that you had to overcome to get you to the point where you're at now, man.
Man, it's a lot of hardships, a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles growing up, bro. A lot of people don't know this, right? And I'm not dismissing anyone else's struggles or hardship, but this is my story. This is what I know, right? But we grew up in the projects, bro. We didn't have a lot of things, right? We didn't. There's days we went without food, and some of the hardships that I faced when I was younger, right, before the age of 5, I faced I went through 3 different things that I remember to today. First one was I think I was 4 or 5. I was walking across the street. My mom was in the car with my siblings. My dad was in the store, and he told me, "Go ahead and walk across the street." I walked across the street, and I got hit by a car. I flew, right? Ended up in the hospital. Nothing happened to me, right? And just one of those crazy things, like under the age of 5, you get hit by a car and you just fly.
Yeah, bro. That's like some movie or cartoon.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Man. So so you able to? Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm sorry. It's one of those things that I remember that, right? Another time is, man, if you grew up in projects or you grew up, in low household income areas, that you can't get inside the building without getting buzzed in, right? And so I remember walking back to the building, and then my cousins and stuff, they all went inside the door first, and the door closed on me. I couldn't get buzzed in. I was wearing a little necklace at that time. I was under the age of 5. These dudes just stand outside. They ripped the necklace right off my neck, bro. Right? And so that's something I'm always gonna remember, man. And then another life kind of event happened to me when I was 4 or 5 years old too. I went with my parents. They were young at that time. They were going to some sort of party. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember going up to the party, walk with them, and this van pulls up. All this dude comes out of ski mask. Everyone had guns on them, and then robbed us point blank, man. Yeah. Robbed my parents. Took everything they had, all the jewelry, all the money, and then I went to go run behind a car and hid. Right. So those are the things I remember. Those hardships, man. Just a lot of different things.
I think honestly, when you have those hardships in life, it molds you to become the person that you're meant to be. Hard times make good people.
Yeah,
I
sure.
feel like when you have to go through some obstacles and journeys, because everything is not meant to be given to you easily. You're meant to earn those things, and sometimes it may not be the best thing you have to go through to get to where you are as a person, but it definitely made you who you are today. And look what you're doing right now. Impact y'all bringing to the city.
Yeah.
Hell, not the city, kind of the world.
I appreciate that.
And touching on that, when you're doing something great, when someone is trying to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on companies popping up trying to do things similar to what you're doing, bro?
Now, when you're saying similar, you mean those guys who are just straight copying me and flipping cities and things like that upside down? What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm talking about the people. I don't know. Hold on, let me get my camera. I'm talking to you people that in our rival city. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what we do here in Dallas, bro.
Yeah.
We not having that. But no, I'm joking. But seriously though, what does that make you feel? When you see these different companies like that, film.
Thank you. I'm flattered. It's cool, man. Right? It sucks seeing stuff get ripped like that. But at the end of the day, I I also everybody that I know personally and people that I meet, we look past the upside down Dallas, bro. That's it, right? And people think that they can flip a word upside down, they can flip a city upside down, but they're not gonna make the impact we're making. You know what I mean?
To quote the great Mano, "Hi haters." I'm joking. I'm
Yeah.
just teasing. So talk to me, bro, because like I said, you moving and shaking in the city, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you can tell me about the affiliations. You're all affiliated with, bro.
Oh man. So I can't drop names yet, but I will say this: we got the city on lock.
I mean,
Right.
we could tell that, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally, you could tell that. Like, other than you have your companies like like Gucci, Louis. They're like universally people know.
Yeah.
Like, I've been out in public restaurants, older people having older white people, older black people, like people of all different races, creeds, denominations, rocking your hat. So you're doing something right when you're able to touch people from different demographics.
That's crazy.
Different ways of life, man.
That's
So
crazy.
I gotta give what I'm saying. I gotta give you a round of applause, bro. You deserve your flowers, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm gonna give them to you, bro. Like, real talk.
No, for the affiliations that we have today, I'm sure you guys have seen it, but we work with the Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, and Dallas Stars, right? We are coming up on our second season with the Cowboys, also second season with us on the second collection for the Mavs as well. We got a lot coming, man. There's a lot in the pipeline I can't disclose yet, but you guys are gonna see it all roll out here in the next month or next couple months, man.
Man, I'm so excited to see. I've already seen some behind the exclusive stuff. So trust me, y'all gonna like this stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So this is the before we get to this next part. It's my favorite part of the show. It's called Slow Down. But I got one more question, and we'll get to Slow Down. All right?
For sure.
What is your vision for the future of True Brvnd?
Man, I think for us it's like when we, let's talk about culture. Let's talk about community, right? Let's talk about brand identity. When we see people rock with an NY cap, they're repping the East Coast, right? When you see people rocking the LA cap, they're repping with the West Coast, right? And so that's what I was trying to do, right? I wanted to create Dallas's brand identity, right? I wanted to be Dallas's true brand. Give us something that people could represent home, represent the city, represent the culture. Man, people make fun of upside down Dallas and say I'm dissing them. I'm not, man. What I was able to do was understand, how can we stand apart from the noise, right? Because anybody can put the word Dallas on the hat, but then how do you stand apart from everybody else? You can't, right? And so I took things that I learned over time. You think about today's society. We have a short attention span, right? And so people are constantly scrolling through stuff, or people are looking around doing kind of all kinds of different things. And so if I can disrupt your behavioral thinking for a second, I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so people always make fun of that. Hey, does that hat say salad or does that say Dallas, right? And so but I'm like, yo, but here's the thing though, man. It made you take a second look, made you talk about it, right? And so that's the key thing about, what was I able to do here? The retail industry's been around a long time. I'm not a tech guy, but it's like, how can I go and step into the retail world itself and disrupt your behavioral thinking, right? Yeah. But it's more than just flipping the word upside down. You have to find the niche market, right? There has to be a need for it. I've been here in Dallas for 35, 36 years, bro. It's been a long time, right? Yeah. And so I have a lot of respect for Dallas brands and just Dallas brands in general, but there hasn't been one that's been recognized nationally, right? And so I wanted to stand apart from the noise. Like, how do we stamp ourselves and make, hey, that's us, bro. This isn't my hat. This is our hat. You know what I mean?
All I can say is mission accomplished, my brother. Mission accomplished because you did it. Like, who else is you see, from Dallas on Hard Knocks, bro? Yeah. And all the different, the interviews y'all are doing, man. Yeah. And like I'm saying, universally, your hat is universally around Dallas. So I mean, kudos to you, bro. All
I
right.
appreciate that, man.
All right. So for those of y'all who watch the show, y'all know what's coming up. Or if this is your first time listening or watching the Ray Race podcast, we have this segment on the show. It's called Slow Down. I just want to get to know you. Slow down. We just want to get to know you. This is where we kind of ask you some random questions off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going to go, but we're just going to get there, all right?
Yeah.
Real quick, Slow Down segment is brought to you by Lyrically Correct. It is the lyric card game, music trivia game. So if you think you know your lyrics, go to lyricallycorrect.com, type in promo code RAYH23, get your 20% off all the copies of Lyrically Correct. All right. So real quick, my man, tell everyone where they can find you on social media, where they can find the company, and all the different sites and social media pages you want people to come find y'all at.
Yeah, for sure. So, our company is called True Brvnd, right? The brand is spelled a little different, but True, True, and brand is spelled BRVND. So V is in Victor. We flip the A upside down. So TrueBrvnd.com. You'll find all our social handles as True Brvnd. You can find our hats online. We only have specific retailers that hold our hats, which is all, the sports teams, right? The Cowboys, the Mavericks, the Stars.
Yeah, facts. Man, like I said, they're doing some great things. You go get your hat if you ain't got your hat. Go get your hat today, man.
It's gonna be hard to get, bro.
All right. So, what's the best advice you could give to your younger self?
Never stop asking questions.
Facts.
Yeah, right. I think curiosity is gonna help give you a lot of answers that you're seeking. What you're seeking is seeking you, bro.
Boy, that's deep.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, hey, man, that is one that's coming from the heart a little bit, right? It's just one of the things that people. It's funny enough. My old lady, my wife, she was we always joke around, and we have a great relationship. She was like, what's annoying about you, right? And I was like, what's annoying? And she goes, you ask too many freaking questions. And so, it's one of those things I didn't realize I did that, but I do. I'll drill you all day long for questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that reminds me back in school, like when teachers used to say there's no such thing as a dumb question. But you always be in that student like, yeah, there is such thing as a dumb question. Like, stop asking these dumb questions. Like, you have a student, like, bro, calm down, bro. Let's get through this. But no, you're right. I mean, the more you ask, the more you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what's something that you feel is misunderstanding about True Brvnd?
That we're dissing Dallas, right? Everyone thinks like, oh, don't you know that once you flip something upside down, you're dissing something? Not at all, right? This is me paying respect to the city, right? I want to put our city on the map, right? Everyone thinks that, I'm just out here to diss the city. I'm not, man. Here's the thing. I've been able to create something that signifies our city and culture, right? We created a brand identity for us, and so like you think about. When you walk the streets here, I have people constantly tell me like, yo, I was in Colorado, I was in New York, but we were rocking with an LA, rocking with I was in LA and I was rocking with a Dallas hat, and I've seen people rocking with a Dallas hat, right? So what we've been able to do is create a brand or identity for ourselves. So I think that's misunderstood that I'm distant in the city, but I'm not. I'm just trying to put this on the map.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can't say this enough, man. You're doing it, bro.
Thanks,
You're
man.
doing it, man. Like, keep doing it, bro. All right.
Yeah.
What makes you feel like your best self, bro?
I think that impacting others, right? I think that if I can, be a part of your life for a split second, I want to make sure I left a good thought in your head, right? And it really left you in an impactful and positive way.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Random question here, all right? Say, for instance, you were a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
What superpower would you want?
Superman. I want to fly.
You want to fly?
Yeah, I think flying itself, right? You think about it, it's you're weightless, right? Nothing holding you down, right? You're in the air, nothing's around you. You have all this free space, and I think that if people can have their thoughts clear in the sky like that, and they don't have nothing holding them down, it's unlimited potential, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Because I feel people are kind of sometimes circumstances of their environment.
Yeah.
From you were able to be uplifted from the environment. You
Yeah, for sure.
All those hardships, being robbed and
Mm-hmm.
getting hit from a car, living in rough neighborhoods.
Yeah.
that molded you to the person you are today.
100%.
But some people don't get that molded. They are victim to their circumstances.
Yeah.
You know, jail, death,
Yeah.
drugs.
Man.
You know, those things, it can happen to anyone.
Bro, you know, I have a lot of family who went through all that stuff, right? Seeing a lot of young family members die, bro, just pass away. It sucks to see, it sucks to hear, and it just sucks to feel, right? But it just, I don't know, man. We only got one shot at this, right? As Ben Bala always say, this is not your practice life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, bro, it's just one of those things, man. You got to go out there and just live.
Man, facts. Okay. So I always like to wrap up with these two questions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you could give any advice to somebody, no matter what the subject is, what would it be? And secondly, what do you want people to take away from the podcast you did with me today?
As cliche as this sounds, don't ever stop. Keep going, right? It doesn't matter how many speed bumps you run into, how many hardships you face, you know, how many challenges, but don't stop. Keep going, right? Things will turn the corner. Things gonna suck, bro. It's gonna get tough. You're gonna hit some dark times. You're gonna feel some lonely times, right? But don't stop. Keep going.
Facts. And what do you want them to take away from this podcast?
Man, for us, man, I just want everybody to know that I got nothing but love for the city. I have love for all the brands here in Dallas. You know, I want to make sure that we all come together as one, right? and really, at the end of the day, bro, I'm like, we're not here to diss anyone. We're not here to diss diss in the city. I'm just here to create. I want to hear impact. It's like I hear more positives than negatives about the brand because it's like, man, you were able to do something that others haven't been able to do at all. And I'm not dismissing other brands. I have a lot of respect for Dallas-based brands, but you know, I wanted to take it to a whole nother level. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you're there, bro. And I can't wait to see what happens next because, you know, where you've come, you know, you started in COVID. You know, it was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
now.
for
So
sure.
Think about where you at. Most companies in 3 years, they're still on the ground.
Yeah.
Y'all are booming. And you're going to continue to boom.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm so excited for your growth, man. I'm so happy. A big supporter of you, man. Someone I consider a friend now, bro.
Yeah, most
You know,
definitely.
all the conversations we've done had, you know, leading up to this, man, it's something I really look forward to.
Mhm.
So anyone out there, now you know the real story of the True Brand, what it really represents. So go support this company, man. It doesn't hurt to support and show love to your city. You know, let's do that. You know, this world would be a lot better if everyone supported each other instead of trying to tear each other down or hate on each other, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Give
Right?
someone credit, you know, where credit is due. Oh, that's easy. I could have did that. Well, why did you do it?
Yeah, man.
Why didn't you do it?
You know,
okay?
not to drag our talk out, but bro, everyone always tells me like, man, he just flipped it upside down and blew up, bro. It's so much more than that, right? I'm gonna drop some gems on you guys who are listening and trying to go down this path a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it was about, you know, disruption of behavioral thinking. That's one, right? Having products in place, having product placements, having, you know, refining your SEO, finding the niche market. You know, there's so many things that have to come into play, right? For us to elevate the brand to where it is today, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes, and nothing comes overnight.
Not at all.
Everyone think like, oh, they just did that.
Not
Nothing
at all.
comes overnight. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the equity. You got to put that sweat equity in.
Mhm.
And you may not get the, you know, the RTI, the return on the investment,
Yeah.
you know, right off the bat. But eventually, if you keep grinding, you keep doing what you're supposed to do. I don't know who this message is for. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
Don't stop. You're going to get to where you need to go. All right. So, you know, I like to wrap up the show with some more positive words. You know, get your swag on real quick. But before you do that, again, we got to thank you for coming in.
Most
Thank
definitely.
you-
Appreciate you, my
thank
brother.
for the hats, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for showing love to the city, bro. And we appreciate that, all right? You
I
know,
appreciate you, man.
Get your flowers, bro. And so for everyone, let's wrap it up. Tell yourself, I will boss up physically. I will boss up mentally. I will boss up spiritually. And I will boss up financially. Invest in yourself. This is your boy Ray. Ray's podcast. We're out.
Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink home, let's get right. Getting paid, I'm getting paid. Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink home, let's